I really want to make a Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy joke. Very badly. Please let me do it! So you might be asking the same thing I was when James first told me about this game through one of my YouTube videos, the game suggestion one. What the fuck is this? Well, it's an indie game developed by a bunch of people, not really a company, and it's one of those think about the universe kind of games and that kind of thing. Now, I've played a lot of these kind of games, and for the most part they're pretty awful, and don't make me do anything besides make me think about what I want for dinner that night. I will say this though, it is technically free, but they have an honor system with paying. I'll pay the recommended $10 if the game is really good. You can of course pay whatever the hell you want to. Also, it downloads as a RAR zip file, or whatever the hell it is, which always really concerns me for some reason. I don't know, let's just play it. So it was made in the Unity engine, and was actually published by a company, Silverstring Media, who have published such games as Extrasolar and Crypt of the Necrodancer. The game wastes no time and puts you right into it. You're in a car going down a highway at night, and the controls are explained and of course are quite basic. Just switching lanes, looking left and right, and speeding up and slowing down. The car pretty much controls itself. The premise of the game is the story, and the way it discusses the universe and everything in it. The radio talks to you first, and then plays music, and can I say that I really do like the music in this game. It's all fantastic and really helps mellow you out for the journey it's taking you on.
And that was Pinky's Dream by David Lynch. This is Radio 90, and you're listening to Night Drive. Thanks for joining us tonight. Almost 100 years before Columbus ever sailed to the Americas, a Chinese explorer named Zheng He made 7 naval expeditions, traveling thousands of miles with over 300 ships. When the next emperor came to power, all the ships were destroyed, and the Ming Dynasty entered a period of isolationism that lasted hundreds of years. With that one decision, the fate of the world changed. Let's go on a journey together, with our next song, Find Me on a Whim.
After the radio announcer finishes and the music starts, you will pass someone on the road. In fact, you will total pass 3 people. First is a person who was in a bad home with a drunk dad and a bitch of a mom, but still turned out okay and remembers fond times at a cottage they used to go to. The second is an alien who was about to give birth and discusses the fact that life itself was made of the universe and stardust. And third and final is a scientist of sorts who discusses love and the beauty of it. Their conversations are all swayed by your retorts, which are given to you throughout the conversations. Some are really deep questions and others are just fluff, but it gives you a different response, giving replayability to the game to see the other outcomes. The entire game lasts about 15 to 20 minutes, which is really short, but more than forgivable. It's incredibly relaxing, and I find myself actually interested in the conversations being had, and responding with answers I would personally give to these people if they were in my own car. Am I rethinking my life and everything in it, though? Definitely not. But it does make you think a bit about certain aspects, which I can really respect it for. The final choice in the game does get you, though, and it makes you heavily think about what just happened, who or what you talked to, and ultimately what you take away from the experience. The final choice is either to exit into the city, or continue driving into the night. Turning into the city seems to be a found place, that the journey has given you the answer you required, and that it's completely over. To continue on the highway means you haven't gotten the answer you want yet, and that you're still searching, which is the deepest message the game delivers to you in my own opinion. As someone who was severely depressed at one point, it's an almost intimate question to answer. I have to admit, I went into the game thinking it wouldn't be that good. But I did take away some stuff from it, and it actually was an enjoyable and relaxing experience. And I would highly recommend it to anybody that has a half hour to kill, considering the game is technically free and not really complicated to learn how to control or use. The question I asked at the beginning of the game, well, the statement I made at the beginning of the game was that if the game was good, I would pay them the recommended $10. And I have to say, I owe them $10. Thanks for watching. Enjoyed that video? Check out my Dust 12 review on my top 10 indie games list. And don't forget to leave a like, and of course, subscribe.
But when I manage it